Hey there, and welcome back. Well, WordPress 5.9 was delayed from the typical December release, but it'll be coming out now here on January 25th. And it's a pretty massive update that brings a lot of really cool features into WordPress core. And the big centerpiece of it all is the much awaited full site editing. So today, let's take a look at what you can expect when WordPress 5.9 is finally released in January. Before we get started, if you want to see more videos about WordPress, web design, e-commerce, digital marketing, and other website related topics, be sure to hit the subscribe button and to ring the bell for notifications. Now, let's get started. So the biggest change coming in WordPress 5.9 is going to be the full site editing features that are going to fully land in core with this update. The first thing with full site editing is the addition of global styles. You can access this by going to Appearance and then hitting Editor. From there you can select the Styles tab or the one with the half filled in circle to access the global settings. You can set the global typography, colors that are used for things like links and background images, and some themes might utilize the layout section as well, although the 2022 theme really doesn't. And for theme developers, there's also a theme.json file you can include in your theme that sets up all of these settings when the theme is activated. You can learn more about it in a link in the description below. Also new-ish for full site editing is a new home for template and template part editors. These were included in WordPress 5.8 on a limited basis, and you could find them under Appearance. Now you can go to the editor, then hit the icon in the top left to bring in the navigation and select templates or template parts. This is how you can edit various templates like the homepage template, single post template, and template parts like the header and footer. Next up, there are also new site-wide blocks you can use for these templates. They include a much improved navigation block, which will make creating menus really easy, a template part block, header and footer blocks, post author, post navigation blocks, archive title and description blocks, and a comments block. This truly allows you to craft every template out of blocks with full site editing. With regards to the block editor itself, it really got a whole lot easier to move blocks around in your posts, pages, and templates. Simply hit the list view icon in the top toolbar to open up a list view of all the blocks on the post page or template. You can then grab a block or a group of blocks and drag them to where you want them to be on the page. No more having to tediously drag and drop blocks in the content themselves or endlessly hit the up or down buttons. Also, the block pattern inserter got an update as well. Simply go to add a new block and hit the patterns tab, and the patterns are organized into different groups. This makes it much easier to grab the pattern you need to insert. Finally, there also have been other really small but powerful changes to how you can style blocks. You can add in borders to different elements, better control how your featured images look, control how the buttons block looks for your website, and so much more. If you can, I would highly recommend finding a way to play around with WordPress 5.9 in the 2022 theme to see just what you can do with this version of WordPress without breaking your live site. Because I think it might just be the most freeing version of WordPress ever, once you get the hang of it. Now moving away from full site editing and the block editor, one of the biggest changes is the improvement to lazy loading images on the front end of your website. Essentially what happens with WordPress 5.9 is that the first image or the first iframe on the page will be loaded automatically. There won't be any hiccup in loading that image later after the rest of the page is done. This is because the team found an improvement in the largest contextual paint score from Google when the first image or iframe was not loaded lazily. It's a relatively small thing, but it could make a sizable difference in your page load time. Finally, there are a few other enhancements that you can expect with WordPress 5.9. Most of them are pretty minor or developer heavy, especially the improved PHP 8 support and the update with jQuery 3. But improvement that might help bigger websites that utilize multiple languages for their authors, editors, and admins is the ability to change the language for the login screen. If you have multiple languages installed on your WordPress website, you'll see the drop-down beneath the login screen. This will allow registered users to view the login, forgot password, and register user screen in the language they want. So now we ask the big question I'm sure a lot of people are asking right now. Will WordPress 5.9 break your website? Well, to be quite honest, every website is unique and your mileage may vary depending upon what you do with your website or what plugins you have and all of that. But on the whole, your website should not break with WordPress 5.9 and full site editing. In order to use those full site editing features we talked about, you need to be running a theme that supports full site editing, like the new 2022 theme. And I would be willing to guess that the chances are pretty high that you're not using one of those themes right now. The next section that we talk about will discuss how to safely update to the next version of WordPress, or any WordPress core plugin or theme update really for that matter. But don't worry, overall this update should be pretty safe for your website. So, how do you safely update to WordPress 5.9? Well, first off, you need to take a backup of your website before you run the update. If your web host has on-demand backups, use that. If your host doesn't allow for backups, you can use a plugin like Updraft or Backup Buddy to take a backup of your website. Next, take a look through some of the pages on your website to see if there's anything off before you run the update. That way you know what things look like before the update. After that, you can run the update to WordPress 5.9. Once that has been completed, take another look around your website to see if anything is broken. If there is an issue, take a screenshot of the issue and then revert to your backup you took earlier. Then report that issue on the WordPress forums for help. Otherwise, you can continue on using the latest and greatest features that come along with WordPress 5.9. So, what questions do you have about WordPress 5.9? What feature are you most excited for with this release? Or is there anything that you're concerned about? Be sure to leave them all down in the comment section below. If you don't want to have to worry about running another WordPress update, or a plugin or theme update, you might be interested in one of the WordPress website care plans. You'll get top of the line web hosting, accessibility testing, security, and much more. Also, if you want to see more videos about WordPress, e-commerce, web design, digital marketing, and other website related topics, be sure to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. But until next time, I wish you and your business the best of luck.